I went from intern to automation expert at Vendasta. Let me explain. Growing up, my hobbies were definitely everything that had to do with building, understanding why things work the way they work. If there was a free speaker system on the side of the road, I was the kid to pick it up, take it home into the garage, take it apart. Well, I thought I was going to become an engineer of some sort just because of my interest in building things, but I ended up going into commerce and majoring in marketing. Entering Vendasta at the time, as an intern, the youngest person at the company, so obviously I was a little timid. I knew I had to prove myself. Like any intern, it seemed like I got stuck with a lot of the grunt work, a lot of the repetitive tasks, some of the tedious tasks that they don't want their team doing. So it was a lot of the manual copying and pasting information. I ended up finding Zapier, and I realized that it was able to automate a lot of the stuff I was doing. The stuff I was taking weeks to finish could actually have been automated the entire time. I just kept breaking things, fixing things, breaking things and fixing things, finding new workflows, finding new things that we were able to automate moving forward, where just anything that we were doing manually and was resulting in errors or tedious tasks where our teams weren't focusing necessarily on the strategic driven goals and deliverables, I was able to automate that. I remember starting and kind of getting the vibe that a lot of the execs and some of the higher ups thought that I was just this young kid who kind of was coming in with some idea like, oh, like he thinks he's gonna change everything from the ground up. When I was starting to try to implement Zapier, it was my favorite thing when someone would say like, oh, it can't be done that way. To me, that's a green light to just run at that challenge and prove that person wrong. One of my big aha moments was realizing that with Zapier, Vendasta would be able to save a ton of time related to their sales reps and the operations they were performing. Through some of the automations I was able to do, it ended up between the revenue generated, the potential revenue saved, and the future revenue generated, it ended up being about $1 million. And as soon as that kind of started catching on, the VP of revenue brought me under his wing. From there, I pretty much was given the opportunity to just build everything start to finish. And he kind of gave me free reign to, if you see a process we're doing right now that you think could be done better, break it. And rebuild it in a way that you think's going to, in the end, work better for us and save us time, save us money. Being given that opportunity is a huge gift, because being like a student still in school, that is super rare. And especially talking to other interns, their jobs didn't sound near as impactful as what I was doing. Come the end of that year, I was offered to continue on with Vendasta as I went back to school. The VP of revenue came to me and he said, like, we want to keep you on while you go continue your studies. But the case is, like, if you drop out of school, we're firing you. It was crazy the growth I saw within that 1 year frame when I was fully at Vendasta and kind of took that step away from school. You're in class, you don't raise your hand unless you're called on. You go to do a presentation in front of the class, just like most of the other students, staring down. But within that time I was at Vendasta, the skills I learned and the confidence I gained was just life-changing. There wasn't a role that was called Zapier expert, but coming in and becoming the Zapier expert at Vendasta and staying on after my internship, I kind of made a role for myself that didn't exist prior to that. I ultimately became this pro at the company who was really the only one who knew how to do it until I started teaching the other individuals within Vendasta. My parents don't completely understand what I do, but they're proud of the work that I've done and understand the impact that I've been able to make. When it comes to building that perfect Zap and you get that just rush of adrenaline because you know you made something work, it's different than anything else, because all of a sudden you're like, I just solved this problem that was being faced and no one else was able to fix. There's just always something new to learn. There's always something new to master. And comparing it to me being 5 in my parents' garage taking apart a speaker to now building out workflows that are helping run multi-million-dollar companies, looking back, I never thought I'd be here right now. And it's just so fulfilling and rewarding to just kind of see the opportunity that I've found myself in.